7 o'clock, time for our regularly scheduled meeting. Mike, will you call the roll, please?
Collier-Wise. Here. Helwig.
Here.
Holland. Here. Humphrey.
Here.
Price.
Here.
Sorensen.
Here.
Ward. Wilson.
Here.
Mayor Powell.
Here.
Student Representative Skunk.
Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 2 is, minutes. We have minutes for September 17th special meeting and September 17th regular meeting. Motion is second to approve the minutes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item 4 is adoption of the agenda. John, Mike, any corrections or additions to the agenda?
Second.
Motion is second to approve the agenda as printed. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Under visitors to be heard, addressing the council, persons addressing the council shall use the microphone at the podium. Please raise your hand to be recognized, go to the podium, and state your name and address. For items that are not on the agenda, excuse me, members of the public may speak under visitors to be heard on any topic not on the agenda. Remarks are limited to 5 minutes and no decision will be made at this time. For agenda items, public testimony will be taken at the beginning of each agenda item after the subject has been announced by the mayor and explained by staff. Any citizen who wishes may speak one time for 5 minutes on each agenda item. Public testimony will then be closed and the topic will be given to the governing body for possible action. At this point, only City Council members and staff may discuss the current agenda item unless a council member moves to allow another person to speak and there is unanimous consent from the council. Questions from council members, however, may be directed to staff or a member of the public through the presiding officer at any time. At this point, is there anyone in the audience that has a topic they'd like to discuss that is not on the agenda? Seeing none, anyone on the council have a topic that's not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on then to public hearings. Item A, a special permit to exceed the permissible sound levels by no more than 50% for Vermillion High School for a homecoming dance in the high school parking lot at 1001 East Main Street from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. on Saturday, October 13th, 2018. And Mike, please.
The Vermillion High School has applied for a special permit to exceed the permissible sound levels by no more than 50% for their homecoming dance that they're planning to hold in the parking lot east of the high school on October 13th from 9 to 11:30. A copy of their map, an application, and notice of hearing are included in the council packet. The diagram shows that the band will be on a stage just east of the high school, projecting to the northeast away from the building. Diagram shows the sound levels. The application indicates that in case of inclement weather, the dance will be moved inside the school. The application was completed by Lenny Bilberg. She'd indicated that she'd probably be here tonight, but the council need to determine at the public hearing if this event is in a suitable location during allowable time and if the applicant can demonstrate the public benefit for the event. The $25 fees paid. Administration will recommend approval of the issuance of the special permit unless information is presented at the public hearing that indicates there'd be a problem related to the sound levels.
Thank you, Mike. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak on this topic? Seeing none, to the council. A motion and a second to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item on-off sale, license for Cultural Association 4 West Main Street. And Mike, please.
An application was received for a retail on-off sale malt beverage license for the Vermillion Cultural Association for the Vermillion Theater located at 4 West Main Street. The notice of hearing and police chief's report are included in the packet. This on-off sale license would be from the time period, if issued, would be for the period ending June 30th, 2019. The City Council has the ability to issue a license on 2 criteria: suitable applicant and suitable location. As to the suitable applicant, the Vermillion Cultural Association currently has a retail on-off sale malt beverage license and a retail on-off sale wine license for the Coyote Twin Theater located at 10 West Main, and they've had a number of special daily malt beverage and wine license for the Vermillion Theater at 4 West Main without any incidents. As such, no background checks were requested of the owners. With respect to the location criteria, the special daily malt beverage and wine license have been issued to this location in the past, and there's currently other licenses issued to business along this block of Main Street. The police chief's report had indicated that the applicant would like to do 10 to 12 special events per year. He noted the events with alcohol, they will use signage and wristbands to designate those old enough to purchase. The applicant has paid the $300 fee, $150 of which is retained by the city, and the balance is forwarded to the Department of Revenue. Following input from the public hearing, the City Council will be asked to make a decision on approval or denial of the license. If a motion is made to deny the license, the reason will need to be indicated in the motion.
Thank you, Mike. Is it common that we don't list dates specific?
This is a regular license.
This would be a full license.
Oh, I see.
What they indicated,
Gotcha.
they're trying to do some of their special events, and
I
it takes
see.
about a
Thank you.
month to get a special daily one, and sometime them come up or changes are made in them.
Okay.
And they don't have time to get an application in for the special one.
Okay, so this just covers any that they want to do.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to comment on this item?
My name is Jessie Hansen. I'm the programming chair for the Cultural Association. And I guess, do you have any questions for me about the license? We just would like to really bring more events to Vermillion, cultural events, and like Mike said, the timeline is sometimes difficult, so
Okay.
that would be the only reason.
Council?
Yeah.
A motion and a second to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion. Item C, resolution adopting a resolution of necessity for construction of concrete surfacing along Elm Street from Alumni Street to 246 feet south of Alumni Street. And Jose, please.
Thank you. I do have a drawing here, aerial view. Earlier this year, the City Council approved a developer's agreement to require that Vermillion Heights LLC, which is actually in the process of constructing apartment buildings on this lot, complete the construction of Elm Street along that portion there that I just pointed to, either by 2020 or as soon as the City Council requested the improvements to be completed. Vermillion Heights recently petitioned the city to complete this portion of Elm Street. It's, like I mentioned earlier, essentially it would be going from here to about 250 feet north. And this is just for the paving of the street, grading and paving. On September 4th, the City Council set today as the public hearing date for this. The property owners were notified by mail, and the notice was also published on the paper. Following the completion of the project, the City Council would actually approve the assessment roll, and that would be the cost of the engineering along with the construction cost itself. The budget will have to be revised during the 2019 budget sessions to include the cost for the construction and the consultant. Using 2018 prices provided at the time, the petition was given to Vermillion Heights. The cost for the proposed improvements was estimated at $85,757.41. This amount, as I mentioned earlier, includes the estimated cost for hiring the consultant to complete the design for the street improvements. Administration recommends adoption of the resolution adopting the resolution of necessity for the construction of Elm Street.
Thank you, Jose. Excuse me. Council? A motion and a second to approve the resolution. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thanks, Jose. We have no old business, so we'll turn to new business. A resolution to change storm drainage fee. Mike, please.
The storm drainage fund was created in 1992, whereby all real property within the city are charged an annual fee for the operation and maintenance and capital improvements to the storm, sewer, and drainage system. The fee is based on the lot area, a runoff weighted factor, and the unit financial charge. The fee is collected by the county as part of the property tax process. During the budget, where it was the 2019 budget, it was reviewed and projected to increase the storm drainage fee by about 3.72%, which would generate over $8,900 in additional revenue for 2019. A single-family home on a lot of 10,000 square feet would see the annual charge increase from $30 to $31.12 with this change in fee. The storm water fund generates, in 2018, is projected to generate $239,300. Some of the size of these projects require that you need more than 1 year's worth of revenue to meet some of the project costs. For 2018 here, there's $60,000 of stormwater improvements budgeted as part of the Jefferson Street project. In 2019, there was a budget of $500,000 for the Brooks Industrial Park detention pond. Administration recommend adoption of the resolution to increase the storm drainage fee.
Thank you, Mike. Council?
Mike, could I ask you a question? How often is this fee raised? Did you say it's annually raised?
It's pretty much been annually raised around the 3 to 4%.
That was going to be my second question. Is this a typical year annual raise?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Further discussion?
Move approval.
Motion to second to approve. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Next, motion passes. Item D, declaring one wood chipper and 140-foot back truck surplus equipment and facilities.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. My mic went off. Let's go with it.
As part of the 2018 Equipment Replacement Fund, several vehicles and pieces of equipment were to be replaced this year. These equipments before the City Council at this time to be considered are to be declared surplus. We do have a 1992 Brush Bandit 200 Plus. That is right now used by the Light and Power Department, and we are appraising it at $5,800. The other piece of vehicle or equipment would be a 2004 Ford F-150 with an Altec AT37G, which is just a 40-foot basket truck with a 40-foot extension basket truck. This is also a Light and Power Department vehicle or equipment. That one we are pricing at $15,000. All of these vehicles, these are the prices recommended by staff for the vehicles. We do either get vendors that actually give us estimates on these vehicles, or if in case we cannot get a vendor to give us prices on the vehicles or an estimate, then we do go in and try and find a market value using whatever piece of literature, I guess, that we have on our hands at that moment, or the internet and so forth. Sale proceeds from the equipment will go to the Equipment Replacement Fund. Administration recommends declaring the above listed equipment as surplus and moving forward with the appraisal by the Surplus Property Appraisal Committee for the equipment.
Thanks, Jose. Council?
I just have a question, Mr. Mayor. What's the timeline on if these go to bid, when the bids are due and when they would be awarded?
Usually, we try and give about a month between the first advertisement to the time that we actually open bids. I haven't said anything yet. I don't know if you guys are going to praise it.
Any other comments or questions?
Move approval. Second.
Motion a second to approve the declaration. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jose. Item C, a request to close North Dakota Street from the south end of the fire EMS station at 820 North Dakota Street to West Duke Street on Wednesday, October 10, 2018, from 5 to 7 p.m. for the Fire and EMS Department Open House. And Matt, please.
Thank you, Mayor. As we did last year, we asked to close North Dakota Street from the south end of our station to West Duke Street in an effort to keep down traffic and increase safety during the Fire Department Open House, which takes place on October 10th this year from 5 to 7. Last year was very successful. It allows us more space to place our equipment. This year we'll, weather pending and call related, the plan is to bring in a medical helicopter also. So we need a little bit more space to put the helicopter when it lands. So we're just looking for street closure from just a little bit before 5 till just after 7 when the open house is complete.
Thank you, Matt. Council?
Mr. Mayor?
Let me get a second first. Second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Thank you for being here for this, and thank you for holding the open house. Historically, this has been a tradition in Vermillion and across the United States, just so everybody knows, usually during National Fire Prevention Week. And what I want to do is encourage everyone who might be listening to attend this, spread the word. This is a real good way for people to get to see the equipment, but also to meet the people who are the first responders from this department. It also helps children not be so afraid if in the middle of the night someone with a mask, a helmet, and a pair of gloves and an air tank come into their room. It's a good way for them to get a close look at how this helps. Will you have the smokehouse open too?
Yes, this year we will have the smokehouse.
Okay, so I'm thoroughly in favor of this, of course, and hope that a lot of people will turn out October 10th. Thank you for the time.
Further discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is bid openings, and the first one is A, fuel quotes. Mike?
There should be a list of the fuel quotes there in front of you and up on the screen. First was from Stern Oil for unleaded gasoline with 10% ethanol, $2.59.56 per gallon. Item 2 is unleaded gasoline regular, $2.76.55 per gallon. Item 3 is number 2 diesel fuel dyed, $2.66.16. And item 4, number 2 diesel fuel clear, $2.94.81. Second quote was from Burnix Service, and item 1, $2.60. Item 2, $2.82. Item 3, $2.67. Item 4, $2.95. Stern Oil was low on all 4, although they were very close.
Yes, very close. Thank you, Mike. Council? Motion and a second to accept the low bids. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item B, bid opening for Barstow and Cotton Park's bathroom improvements. And Jose, again, please.
Thank you. In 2017, the City Council approved the 2018 budget to remodel 2 bathrooms at Barstow Park and 1 bathroom and the bathroom at Cotton Park. All of these bathrooms were constructed around the same time, so back in the late 1970s. Currently, all the bathrooms are in need of ADA repairs, upgrades, and however, the bathrooms at Cotton Park are also experiencing some structural damage due to unstable soil conditions, causing the foundation to move and the walls to crack. City sent bid requests to 4 contractors and to 6 plan houses. The documents sent gave the contractors options to place a bid on each individual bathroom or a bid on all of the bathrooms. The actual verbiage is highlighted in the documents provided. The thought, I guess, behind this was that it would allow the contractors to bid on the projects that they would like, and also allow the city to choose the best price for each individual project, if that was the case. The bid documents offer three proposals. Four proposals. Proposal 1, which was Cotton Park bathroom. Proposal 2, which was Barstow Park warming hot bathrooms. Proposal 3, which was Barstow Park picnic shelter bathroom. And Proposal 4, which was a combination of the previous three proposals that I just mentioned. We opened bids on September 26. The city received 4 bids from 4 contractors, a total of 10 bids. Some of them chose to bid on each of the 4, and 2 of them bid on just Proposal 4 with no bids on Proposals 1, 2, and 3. The city budgeted $260,000 to complete all of the work at the 3 locations. This money would be coming from the second penny fund. Any savings realized would stay in that fund. Staff recommends awarding the bids to the low bidder on Proposals 1 through 3 and rejecting all bids for Proposal 4. Proposal 1 would go to Walker Construction for the price of $98,265, and Proposals 2 and 3 would go to AMS Building for a total price of $43,736.12. This means that the cost to complete the work on all 3 bathrooms would be $142,001.12.
Thank you, Jose. Council,
Mr. Mayor,
question?
is there a timeline on these too?
Yep, there sure is. If you look at the proposal, which this time you should have one, the proposal states that at Cotton Park, the deadline would have to be on May 1st, 2019, and then at Barstow Park, both of those bathrooms would have to be done by April 1st.
There's been a lot of interest, that's why I asked. So.
Yep.
Thank you. I move approval of the bids as presented.
Somebody?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the bid opening for Barstow and Cotton Park's bathroom improvements. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thanks, Jose.
Thank you.
Our next item is City Manager's report. John,
I feel kind of bad. I think I have the longest report ever.
you're going to ruin my record.
I know it.
For yours.
Okay. Well, then settle in for the next hour. But I want to give Jose thanks. These building restrooms in the parks would seem like a relatively easy thing to do, but we've just had a lot of different glitches in getting to this point. So thank you to Jose for his persistence in getting this done, and the council for awarding that project that will be appreciated many, many times over the next couple of decades. So going back to the item at hand, just a couple of reminders here. Main Street is going to be closed this Saturday from Norbeck Street to High Street for the Dakota Days Parade. The closure does begin at 7 a.m., and this particular closure runs through the Dakota Days Parade. So when that ends, then this crews will be there to reopen the streets. Also, the next 2 Saturdays, the 6th and the 13th, just a reminder that we do have the parking removed on North Dakota Street from Alumni Street north of 50, and then also that Rose Street is closed from Spruce Street north of the Dome. That was a request USD has made for a couple of years, and we have those with the football Saturdays. So both the 6th and the 13th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. will have those respective closures and parking removals. This coming Wednesday night, the 3rd, Main Street from Prospect to the alley on the west side of Cortrust Bank, and then Market Street from Main to Kidder Street. That'll be closed from 4 p.m. to midnight. That's the Vermtown Bash that is coordinated through a USD group. Next Monday, the 8th, city offices are closed for the Native American Day holiday. With that, the Planning Commission meets on Tuesday, October 9th, instead of on Monday, the 8th. On Tuesday night at 5:30, at this point in time, the agenda item they have is for a conditional use permit to have some storage units on a property at the northeast corner of West Duke Street in Princeton, just north of Henderson's Car Wash, if you will, the north side of the intersection. As was mentioned a few moments ago, on Wednesday the 10th is the Fire EMS Department open house. Again, that's from 5 to 7. Chief Callahan mentioned one of the items this year about having the medical helicopter if weather and their call volume permits. Vermillion Ford is also doing a test drive a new Ford. The proceeds for individuals that complete that do help go to our fire department as a fundraiser. So you can test drive a new vehicle and help raise some money for the fire department, as long as you're not too full of hot dogs, I guess. So, and the next day, if you're still hungry, Thursday, October 11th, Light and Power does their annual open house, and that's at our Municipal Service Center, 115 West Duke Street, and that open house is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Next day, on Friday, Brats and hamburgers is my guess. Yes. I didn't get a menu, but if it's different, I'll let you know. Planning your menu for the week. This part of it has nothing to do with your menu, though. The next item, the household hazardous waste collection. So, if things don't go well during the week, we have a household hazardous waste collection. That's something that we do each year. And ours is Friday, October 12th, from 2 to 6 p.m. at our recycling center. The cost is $10 per vehicle, and we have information on the websites and some of the ads that we've run with regard to that event. Also on Friday, October 12th, just a reminder, Vermillion High School has their homecoming parade. This year it does start at the high school and proceed west to High Street. That starts at 2:30 on Friday the 12th, and so there'll be some closures along Main Street as the float entries pass by. Clay County, we got notice today they will be closing the Dakota Street Bridge just south of Cotton Park. That closure would begin on October 3rd and should end on October 17th. They have to do some structural repair work on that bridge, and so we're just trying to help spread the word that the bridge just south of Cotton there on Dakota Street will be closed the 3rd through the 17th of this month. Then included in your packet were 2 raffle requests. The Eagles Auxiliary is selling raffle tickets, $2 each, or 3 for $5. Those have started their sales, and it runs until November 17th. Prizes are $1,500 or $200, and the funds from this raffle will be used to fund Eagles Auxiliary scholarships for area high school students. And then finally, Beta Alpha Psi is selling tickets for $1 each, 6 for $5 or 25 for $20. Oh, excuse me, this is an event they did. They turned in their notification. That was on Thursday, September 20th, and they used that at their golf outing to raise money to attend regional and annual meeting expenses. I think that's all I have.
That's it?
Yeah.
Any questions for our city manager? Okay, we turn to Mike for invoices payable. Any invoices that you wish to question? Tom?
Mike, could you remind me what 74, what roof is getting replaced or got replaced?
That was the library roof.
Oh, that's right, okay. Thank you.
Mike? Where is he? Steve, again.
What are we advertising in Civil Air Patrol magazine?
I think it's just a general awareness of the airport in their magazine and the services we have, that sort of thing. I don't think it's for a position or a bid, is it, that I can recall, Mike?
No, I think it's something that we do that's done annually. I think it's
What number is
let them know
that?
we have our fuel system down there.
Oh, here it is, here it is. Motion is second to pay our bills. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? No. Motion carries. There is no consensus agenda, Steve.
Second?
Motion is second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? No. We adjourn. Thank you.